Hello, I'm Mike Hewitt and you join me here at Interpack, the largest packaging exhibition in Europe. Over the next couple of hours we're going to be going around some of the stands here and talking to steel packaging's customers and some of our competitors to find out what they really think about steel packaging as a medium. So come with me, we'll walk the booths and find out what our industry really thinks about steel.
The metal packaging has one big advantage over all other packages. It's indefinitely usable and you don't lose any quality in the product, which is good because in the last 2 years most of our customers have much more focused the issue of sustainability. And of course, you protect your filling goods and the filling good arrives in perfect quality at the end customer. So I would say these are the basic advantages of tin plate packaging.
Steel as a packaging material has a lot of advantage, okay? So it's absolutely sure for the product, it's stackable, it has a lot of decoration properties, has proved for many years that it's a very safe materials in order of protecting all the material inside. And I think that steel, one of the most important things and very, let's say, very modern is that it is absolutely recyclable.
What sort of questions do your customers ask you about steel? Do they have concerns? What kind of things do they want to know about steel as a material?
Okay, I will say that the customers, in general terms, they are very happy about the steel, okay, and they recognize the very good properties that they have. But if we have to say that also we have some issue that we have to consider, and one of the considerations that our customers pass to us is related about our light weighting in history, that they expect some performance in the industry in this regard, and also secondary about the price, because obviously customers always worried about price, and our history in terms of price increases in the last year has been very tough for our customers.
Well, the advantages are pretty much the same as what our grandparents used to have, meaning you buy a box but you eventually keep it, you use it, you reuse it, and you give it eventually to your kids, your grandkids. It's pretty durable material, and we'd like to say, at least that's one of the selling points, it's actually friendly for the environment. One of the major concerns right now is about how safe it is in terms of varnish and inks. Is it food safe? Is it okay for the kids? You have the new rules and your new regulations coming in for the REACH, for the EN71. So those are questions we have to answer on a regular basis. And there's a carbon print issue as well.
I think one issue is people are looking at ways of improving their image in terms of sustainability, and therefore they want lightness, and therefore it's very easy for the aluminium packaging to meet those requirements. One downside maybe of aluminium would be that it's not magnetic, so in terms of handling aluminium containers and sorting the scrap later on, you need to have non-magnetic methods to be able to do that, and that can cause an expense to some customers.
So, first of all, can you give us some insight into what the relative strengths of the packaging materials that you work with are?
Well, I can actually probably comment on 3 different packaging materials, because our group as a business have 3 different packaging materials. We produce packaging in glass, steel and aluminium. And probably the attributes that our customers as well as consumers recognise for those materials are twofold. Firstly, the environmental credentials, all infinitely recyclable and widely recyclable materials with high recycling rates in Europe, and secondly that the materials offer good product preservation properties in terms of long shelf life, etc., etc.
I'm surprised how much even smaller companies care about environmental questions, because they see that, let's say, they cannot do what they want, and let's say they want to be on the safe side with the decisions they take for packaging.
It's mainly about the economic pillar of sustainability, of course, and the environmental pillar of sustainability. So cost is important, and environmental now is raising up the surface because as well it is reflected in the EU policies as well about sustainability. So it's resource efficiency and doing more with less materials. That's the hot topic now in Brussels.
Well, steel for us is a very important material indeed, because we have such a wide range of applications in the products that we make. everything from food and beverage, where you have to protect the contents and make sure that the food and the beverage is exactly as our customers would want it to be for the consumers. Equally, we pack certain products, some chemical products, some household cleaning products of that type of nature, where we have to be careful that the contents stay well inside the can and are properly protected. So it's an absolutely robust material for all of those purposes. So there are increasing questions about the energy usage in terms of making the steel, and issues such as recycling rate and recycled content. We have a material here that can be recycled an endless number of times without losing any of the inherent properties. The fundamentals are elemental. Elements do not disappear. But having said that, we have not been as successful as we might like to have been in getting everybody to understand that message.
It is an environmentally friendly material. It's a permanent material. This notion is not well known yet, and that's something we really have to clarify, because it's something that our customers have in mind, and we can provide a material which is permanent, which can be used and reused permanently, and that's really something they want.
So that's the end of our second day at Interpack. We've seen some great things, heard some really good opinions, and interviewed many of the leading lights in European packaging. We're finished here, so now, Mike, in Edinburgh, it's back to you. Goodbye.